I just wanted to thank you again for having me along. I'm honored to work with someone of your expertise. The archaeological pursuits of the Sith and Empire have been separate for too long. It is our common history. We have a shared duty to unearth it.
This is strictly a business relationship. I want items of power, and you have the knowledge to find them for me.
The path to items of power is paved with pottery shards and broken carvings, but I'll try to spare you the boring bits. From the depths of the ground, history calls us to save it from obscurity. I do my best to answer that call. I can tell you do the same. You remind me of my old mentor, Orsilio Gan.
So, you're saying I look like an old man?
Oh, no, my lord. I didn't mean... The resemblance is in spirit. I was referring to your love of knowledge. But what am I doing talking when there's work to be done? As we say in the service, the dead aren't getting any younger. So, explain this to me. The tomb of Naga Sadow on Korriban was built by Tulak Horde before Naga Sadow was even born? And that's where you found the Deshard Shadow Killer? And when your master tried to steal your body, you used the artifacts of Tulak Horde to put her being into this Deshard?
Where did you hear all this?
Darth Zash and I have been talking. Well, when she's around. I would love to speak more with Kemval, but I don't think he likes me.
Kemval respects strength. You're a little on the weak side.
Well, I'd say that's a matter of debate. They don't give lieutenant stripes to just everyone, you know. But your adventures sound fascinating. 5 artifacts of Tulak Horde. I understand you inherited quite the archive from Zash. I would love to see it sometime.
The knowledge of the Sith is not meant for weaklings like you.
My apologies. The quest for knowledge is never-ending, but perhaps I overstepped. If you don't mind my asking, how is it you became Sith, my lord? The process is completely foreign to me. I had a brother who was Force-sensitive. Darth Maul came and took him to Korriban, but we didn't hear from him again after that. Ungrateful little rat thinks he's too good for us now, my father said. But really, I think he just missed him.
If I ever run into your brother, I'll let you know.
Oh, it's all right. We didn't really get along anyway. He was always faster and stronger, and he usually had a stick in his hand. Father always wanted one son in the Sith and one in the military. Admittedly, the Imperial Reclamation Service wasn't his first choice, but after all the cursing stopped, I think he warmed up to the idea.
What did your father have against the Imperial Reclamation Service?
The Drelliks are a proud family line, and my father is simply the proudest of the lot. The Imperial Reclamation Service shores up the Empire's foundations against the flood of forgetfulness and misinformation that threatens our history. I'd like to see a fighter pilot establish the lineage of a 3,000-year-old Sith Lord with nothing but rocks and a dead language.
It sounds as if you were too frightened to pick up a blaster and fight for your empire.
Destiny calls each to his own duty. Who am I to argue with destiny? You'll never believe what I found. I thought I'd left this behind planets ago.
The anticipation is killing me.
This is the tooth of a 4,000-year-old proto-rancor. But look, see this? It's some kind of metal. Not cortosis, but very similar. This rancor was tamed. It was my very first discovery. I carry it with me everywhere for luck. I thought I'd lost it when I fell into an old tomb a couple of digs ago. It turned out it was caught in the lining of my pocket.
On Korriban, I pulled an artifact from an ancient holocron that was supposed to be unopenable.
You mean from the pyramid and the tomb of Marka Ragnos? How did you do it? With a sonic excavator, or some device of your own?
I killed 30 Tukata and covered myself in their blood.
Remarkable. How did you come by the number 30 exactly? Was there a clue on the device, or did you simply experiment? Sith methods are an endless source of fascination to me.
I took one of the faces of the pyramid and created a circle by connecting each of the triangle's corners.
Fascinating. What a dizzying process. No wonder it took so long to discover. I am in awe of you, my lord. But if you'll excuse me, I have some new findings to analyze. My lord, remember I told you about my mentor, Orsilio Gan? He took me under his wing after I discovered the domesticated Rancor tooth. I was polishing the Rancor tooth and placing it among my things when I noticed a medallion he gave me last time we met. I decided to call him, but none of his frequencies work anymore.
One old archaeologist is nothing to me.
My lord, with all respect, how can you say that? Dr. Gan is the Empire's premier Naga Sadao scholar. You wouldn't have found the ghost on Hoth without me, and I wouldn't have been able to help you if it hadn't been for Orsilio Gan.
When was the last time you spoke to him?
It was before I went to Hoth. We met at a cantina on Nar Shaddaa for a little light archaeological talk. He said he was on his way to Malachor III. That's when he gave me the medallion. It's the last I saw of him.
What was this medallion he gave you?
Oh, it was just a knockoff. He said some Hutt tried to pass it off as the real thing. It was quite canny, though. I just thought he'd had too much to drink. He did love to imbibe.
Does the medallion have anything written on it?
No, just old runes. Most of it nonsense. I'm sure it's nothing. You can't keep an Imperial Reclamation Service man down. I guess I'll keep an ear and an eye out. I'll let you know if I discover anything. My lord, I've solved it. I've figured it out. I don't understand how I could have missed it. The outer layer of the medallion responds to heat. It melted away and revealed this. It's a heat-resistant casing with a data chip inside.
I'm beginning to believe your claims that your mentor was a genius.
He was certainly one of a kind. The chip said he was looking for the tomb of Via Santinus. He said he was going to Malachor III, but everyone knows the tomb is on Alderaan. I believe Orsilio Gan went to Alderaan. I'm going to find him.
Did you have any luck finding your mentor?
No, my lord. I'm afraid the trip was all for nothing. Orsilio Gan was already gone, and nobody could tell me where. He was definitely in the tomb of Via Santinus. His workmanship was all over the site. But he left no clue that I could find.
I'm sorry you couldn't find him.
Don't you worry. I've not given up hope. Detective work such as this isn't much different from archaeology, after all. It's all about observation and deduction, and Orsilio Gan taught me well. Oh, I almost forgot. I found this in the tomb of Via Santinus. I thought you might find it handy.
I do love presents.
Via Santinus was a meticulous record keeper. These are the genealogies of all the great Sith Lords of his day. Look, here is your ancestor, Lord Calig. Bloodlines are very important in the Empire, my lord. Not to mention the historical value. My lord, I think we make an excellent team. Truly, destiny herself has conspired to bring us together.
I'm sorry, Talos. I like you, but I just don't think of you that way.
Oh, no. No, that's not. I mean, I didn't mean it that way, of course. I've learned so much at your side. My archaeologist's instincts are honed to a razor's edge, or a pick's point, as the case may be. Cruel nemesis, torment me no further. I surrender. I'm not worthy of finding Orsilio Gan. He was depending on me, and I failed.
Are you telling me that the best archaeologist in the galaxy can't figure this out?
The best archaeologist? Well, I'm flattered, my lord, but I'm hardly... I wouldn't say that. I've tried everything. I've even gone back to the medallion to see if my mentor left me any other clue. If the Imperial Reclamation Service knew how many codes I violated trying to decipher this medallion, they'd have me stripped of my rank.
Don't worry, I won't report you.
Thank you, my lord. I suppose I will just have to let it rest. Perhaps when my mind is fresh, I can evaluate the situation from a new angle. Wait, why didn't I see this before? The medallion came with a chain. It wasn't the original, so I thought it wasn't important. How wrong I was.
I often find when something's difficult, it helps to approach it from another direction.
Once again, my limitations are exposed. If you'll excuse me, I must examine the chain more closely. I'm confident it's the key to finding him. My lord, I've solved it. The chain in the medallion contained a hollow frequency. I wanted you here when I called it.
Don't waste any time. Call.
Oh, it seems too good to be true. I must rely on your judgment that it's not a trick.
Talos, my student. If you are receiving this message, then you have understood the riddle I gave you. I've gone to the tomb of Via Santinus' unnamed apprentice on Aduba 6. I don't understand why, but both Sith and Jedi are after this tomb and its secrets. It's the duty of the Imperial Reclamation Service to preserve this history. If I do not return, come find me and finish my work.
Celio Gan is in trouble. He needs me. I must find him.
This was an automated message. Who knows what has happened in the meantime?
I know what could have happened. That won't stop me from going to Aduba 6. I can think of no more fitting place to die than a tomb, but I will do my best to return safely. My lord, I return, but Orsilio Gan does not. He's dead.
What caused his death?
Doing his work. He was pursued by both Jedi and Sith. He managed to use the tomb's traps against them, but in the process he imprisoned himself. His discoveries are amazing. They will make a wonderful paper, but I can't help but wonder if it was worth dying for.
Were there any artifacts of power in this tomb? If not, then no.
I suppose you're right. What's the point of going after old, dead things if they don't give you some advantage in the present? No, what am I saying? Orsilio Gan would die if he were alive to hear that. I must continue his work. Thank you for restoring my faith, my lord.
You know, I'm not sure I'd go that far.
No, my lord. No need to be modest. The historical mind is ever curious and never sated. My lord, I just wanted to thank you again. The wonders I have seen working by your side are more than I could have ever hoped. Truly, you are a paragon among Sith and the Empire.
Are you angling for something here?
Only the honor of continuing to serve you. It's gone out of practice, but there's evidence that certain non-Force users used to pledge themselves as loyal vassals to true Sith. These vassals and their families were bound to the Sith and their family for generations. Will you accept my pledge to you and your heirs?
I won't reject an offer of servitude, no matter how pathetic.
Yes, I suppose to you it must seem pathetic. To me it is a great honor. Thank you.